Okay, welcome to the analysis of the poem Tintern Abbey. Line by line, we are going to start it. In the last class, you have seen that without having any description, comment, I have tried to proceed it. But today, I will try to analyze 4 lines or 5 lines. Then I will go the next lines. Okay? Sorry? Yes, sir. 5 years have passed. 5 summers with the length of 5 long winters. Here you have seen the repetition of the summer, then what? And can anyone mention that with the length of 5 long winters, in case of summer, he didn't mention or he hasn't used the terms with the length, but here he has used with the length of 5 winters. Why he has used? Sorry? Winter is devastating, unbearable, and they cannot what? Get their life easily in that time, and it is very harsh. You have seen that in our country, whenever temperature is coming below 10, we cannot tolerate it. Whenever the temperature is going more less than minus 30 or 25, what is their life? That's why it is so difficult, and the harsher life he has mentioned that. Okay. And again, I hear these waters. These waters means what? Rolling from the mountain spring. Mountain spring. Here we have already mentioned that mountain rolling. I mean, in the views, this images we have seen. The sources of the water downfall, stream, which is coming from the mountain, and he mentions that there's the sources of the water of the river, with a sweet inland murmur. Here you have seen again the sound of the murmur. Is it indicating of what? Very inspirable sound, inspiring sound, murmuring sound, very rhythmic sound or musical tone is there. Repetition is used to emphasize his separations and sense of delight at being bent. So another important information we have got from this interpretation, that is what? Why he has repeated 5 summers, 5 winters. He could say that 5 years gone, but rather he has mentioned 5 years have passed, 5 summers and 5 winter. It means or emphasize his separation and sense of delight at being bent. Then first, natural objects he described water and its sweet inland murmur. So very first line indicates of what? Very simple description of the nature where he revisited. How have we understood that he has revisited? Because 5 years past, 5 summers, whenever he says that, and the 3 words again, I hear, again means what? Previously I heard it. Okay, now I am hearing the sound. Nature, synonym of the natural things, natural objects. Okay, I mean, whenever he visited the place, revisited the place, he is comparing with past. As a result, he has said that natural objects are the same. I mean, the same downfall I have seen there, same river is there, same mountain is there, same color is there, everything is okay. But what is the differences? Later on we will see that. Next 5 lines. Once again, these 2 words tells of what? This is revisiting time. This is a revisiting time. Okay. Do I behold these steep and lofty cliffs? Do I behold? Behold means of what? See. These steep and lofty cliffs. Cliffs of what? Mountain. That on a wild, secluded scene impress thoughts of more deep seclusion and connect. Thoughts or more deep seclusion. So have you seen that? What is that? That on a wild, secluded scene impress thoughts of more deep seclusion. What actually impressed him? Not all the things. More secluded. In his theory, I have already mentioned that he mentioned that what? Recollected in tranquility. tranquility. I mean, what secluded. The more and more, I mean, secluded place, quiet place he desires, and he has got it here. And connect the landscape with the quiet of the sky, and the landscape quiet of the sky. So the relationship, there is a relationship of what? The mountain, the hills, where he is standing now, it has a relation with whom? With the sky. The sky is also quiet. I mean, so what? They have the intimate relation. They are the close friend of each other. Okay. So what is the interpretation? The next object of nature are the cliffs. What cliffs? Hills. From where he has seen two, sky and the bottom of the hill. That's why what? It's another description is taken. Then he described the scene before him as wild and the secluded. Wild and secluded. I mean, support. Obviously, the deep forest isn't a wild forest. We are saying that because there are a number of what types of what ferocious animal or the something else have there. So from this, what we have got that he explains in which way now he is observing the place. Okay, from where he is observing everything? From the cliff of the mountain, and he has got what? He has got the relationship between the hills and the sky. Then next few lines. The day is come when I again repose here under these dark sycamores and view. Sycamore is one kind of tree actually. View these plots of the cottage ground, these orchard tops. In the views, in the images we have seen that the deep forest, we have seen that only few people may have lived there. As a result, one houses we have got there. Okay, a cottage is there. These orchard tops, which at this season means what? When he is there. Okay, with their unripe fruits. It is not the time of what? Collecting of the ripened fruits. So he got surprised. Why is there one is there? Why cottage is there? If it is the period of the collecting of the fruits, the people can go there. They can of what? Settle a temporary house there. But why, as this is not the time of what? Fruits, why he is there? This is his own realization or questions. Are clad in one green hue and lost themselves mid groves and crops. So what is the interpretation? Poet describes the beauty of the river way area. Okay, lots of cottages ground. Plots of cottage ground are the small gardens. Orchard shrubs are groups of fruits trees. Woods and copses are forest and thickets of small trees or shrubs. It means about this is completely or simply a natural description. Simple or natural description. But through the natural description, another information we have got, that is a what? A cottage is there inside the house. I mean, so what? The person, he's got surprised that is not the time of what? Ripen. Why the person is there? Then few lines. Once again I see. So you have seen that the repetition similarly. Once again, or again. Repetition. Why he has repetition here? To emphasize his memories. Once again I see. These hedges rose. Hardly a hedge row. What does it mean by hedges? You know that the hedges means of what? The wall, which is what? Given by some small trees, plants, okay? And it should be planted in a plan wise, in a disciplined way. But he cannot say that. These hedges rose hardly, hedges rose little lines. But in our society, sometimes we have seen that. Some are taking care of their beards. দাড়ির খুব যত্ন নেয় না আর দাড়ির যত্ন যখন না নেয় একটা এদিকে একটা ওইদিকে ওইটা আর একটা নিচের দিকে হচ্ছে ঠিক না এই গাছের যত্ন না নিলে কি হবে এক একটা এক এক রকম হবে Similarly he has mentioned that that's why these these hedges rows, I mean, so there are number of small plants are branching there, but hardly hedges rows. Hardly hedges rows. These are not told that hedges rows. Because these are not cleaned at all. These are not planted in a disciplined or planned way. Later lines of sportive wood run what? These pastoral forms. Pastorals means what? Grammar rural. Okay, rustic. Okay, green to the very door. Green to the very door. I mean, everywhere, wherever he says, everywhere the scenery is completely green. So the hedges rows are what? Gardening the sheep farms. Sheep farms, as it is the sheep farms. I mean, some of the sheep are coming there, staying there, so it should not be a pot. It should not have the plan-wise pot or the clean houses at all. Do you have any question? What I have mentioned, what I have discussed so far? Anyone? Still now we are describing. We are mentioning the description of the nature. Description of the nature, nothing else. What he has observed, what he has seen. He has mentioning these things. Next page. And wreaths of smoke sent up in silence from among the trees. Sent up in silence. Where is the silence? Among the trees. Trees means of what? Here the forest. We have seen that the poem has a great aspect, that is a word, seclusion or loneliness. So as it is a lonely area, obviously there should have a great silence at all. With some uncertain notice, might seem of vagrant dwellers in the houseless woods. So silent, that is a word. Uncertain notice is there. What is that? Houseless, a man or some people may live there without house. I mean, suppose as it is a secluded, so there is no way to establish, set up in a house at all. Or of some hermit's cave, or some hermit's cave. What is the hermit's man? Hermit's means of what? I have already mentioned the saint, holy man, who left the house for what? To pray to God. Okay? This type of people is called a what? Hermit. They are very much sacred, holy men. Okay? Where by this fire the hermit sits alone. Where they sit. From there, we have seen that smoke is there. In the one of the views, we have seen that the smoke is there. So smoke is sign of human life. Can anyone tell that why smoke is a sign of human life? Of some vagabonds or the hermits. Without fire, what's happened? We cannot proceed, we cannot run up, we cannot survive in the world. Especially, it is very important who is a vagabond, who is a hermit, because they have to stay such an isolated area where they can be attacked by any bestial animals, dangerous animals. In that time, it will help them. Okay. Then hermit is someone who lives the material world, and dwells among nature. For what reason? To have to build up a relation with God. That's why they try to leave the local area. Now it's a question to you. As we are living in a crowded area, don't we get the blessing of God? Why he has mentioned that everyone, the hermit is staying in an isolated area for getting God? What does it mean that? Obviously, it is very tough to get, because in the locality, in the crowded area, most of the time we are trying to busy up our materialistic life, worldly life, and as a result, we have to build up more and more relationships with the other, and we are creating some critical situations. As a result, what's happened? We cannot build up the relation with God. Got my point? Okay. Next one is what? These beauteous forms through a long absence have not been to me as it is landscape to a blind man's eye. So 20 lines already done. Next section been started. Okay, this is what the importance of nature he is going to describe here. These beauteous forms through a long absence. Long absence, what does it mean? That the 5 years gap, 5 years gap he has mentioned, had not been to me as it is landscape to a blind man's eye. So he says that though there is a gap, but I could not forget those things because I have the attached with this. As a result, he says that the poet emphasizes his bond with nature, that absence did not make him forget his beautiful scene. Think, in your childhood life, you did a lot of things, but something you have not forgotten yet. Why not? Because you were fascinated in that time. You loved those incidents very much, but those things which you did whimsically, unnecessarily, you have already forgotten those things. Similarly, here the speaker mentions that as he visited 5 years back in the forest, so in that time he got affectionate with the love of the nature, with the beauty of the external beauty of nature. As a result, he could not forget it. Then of what? But often, in lonely roams, and made the din of towns and cities, I have owed to them, in hours of weariness, sensation sweet, felt in the blood and felt among the heart, and passing even into my purer mind with the tranquil restoration. Here you have seen the three underlines actually here, the blood, heart and mind. Okay? What? But oft means what here? We have to oft means? Often. Okay. In lonely rooms. Lonely rooms means what? Isolated area. Rooms mean here isolation. Okay? Loneliness. Theme of loneliness or isolation we have already says that it is available in this poem. And meet means what? Middle. Meet means middle. Middle in the din. Din means dinner. Okay. Of towns and cities, I have owed to them in hours of weariness. So he mentioned that whenever I am in towns and cities, I become so weariness means what? Tiredness, exhausted. Tiredness, exhausted because I'm too busy. I'm too busy. Or for what reason? For doing or for the materialistic life, worldly life. Okay. And felt along the heart and passing even into my purer mind with tranquil restoration. So what does it mean? Nature blessed the poet with two gifts after his first visit. Ki bolche? Nature blessed the poet with two gifts after his first visit. What are they? First gift, recollection, memory of the beauty scenes, later, okay, sensation sweet, pleasurable feelings, and another one is of what? Tranquility. So he revisited with an intention, that is of what? Getting the peace and something else. Anyone, any question? Tranquility means, can anyone tell? Peace. Isolation, isolated, okay, loneliness, okay.